the correction phase two. I will guarantee at correction phase two, I'll be overwhelmed by people losing their shit. It's peaked. I've told you it's peaked. It's all over. It's never going up again. We didn't get the full banana zone. Oh my God, this is a stunted cycle, diminishing returns. It's terrible. Again, it'll all be wrong. Honestly, I don't see any reason why anything is going to change this cycle. I can be wrong, but I don't think I'm going to be, because I put in the work. I put in a huge amount of work to help you all.
Hey guys, welcome to Everyday Finance. We've officially entered what market strategist Raoul Pal refers to as the banana zone, a crucial and frequently chaotic stage of the cryptocurrency cycle where extreme volatility and exponential gains converge, based on the price action of Bitcoin, which has doubled in value, undergone a healthy correction, and is currently rising to new all-time highs. This pattern is not random noise. Rather, it closely resembles past bull markets, especially 2017, when Bitcoin surged 23 times. According to Pal's market theory, the late 2024 rally was only the prelude. The recent decline was not a breakdown, but merely a respite. On-chain data and macro indicators, such as growing institutional investment, solid fundamentals, and a declining US dollar, suggest ongoing bullish momentum, despite the typical wave of skepticism and bearish sentiment that follows corrections. Conditions are favorable for one of the most spectacular cryptocurrency expansions in history, as the money supply expands and liquidity soars. Investors who are aware of cyclical market behavior see this as a high-stakes situation that presents both opportunity and risk. The message is unmistakable. Stay focused and prepare for turbulence, because this is the time when fortunes could be made.
Finally, banana zone. Last three Bitcoin RSI oversolds. We just had that correction. Number go up, right? It's like, I don't know how many charts we need of this. This is the chart. I keep reiterating, you utter morons. Not you guys personally, but that guy you've just seen on Twitter, them. They just don't understand this chart. Where's the banana zone? Well, it's like, it's in the middle of the goddamn banana zone. It's been happening. Bitcoin's up 100% since we called the start of the banana zone. It then had a nice correction. It's now at all-time highs. So the banana zone is playing out perfectly. Correction phase one, the first move. We had the first move. That was the last quarter in 2024. We then have the correction phase, the correction phase, the correction phase. Then we go into the banana zone next phase, phase two, before we have the correction phase. The correction phase will be, let's go back, just pull everything together so you guys understand fully. The correction phase is this, which is when global M2 traded sideways because of the dollar correction. It's telling me that July, August might be, not July, maybe August is a sideways move. And whether you want to take some lifestyle chips off the table, I know I've got questions on the platform. I'm already at half an hour over where I'm supposed to be. I will answer questions on Real Vision, not here on YouTube, not on X, not on Spotify, only on Real Vision, realvision.com/join. And talk about a bit about this, because I know a lot of you are freaked out. Is this the end of it? What do I do? Oh my God. But no, nothing. It's just a marker point. The marker point, let's go back to this chart to reiterate to you, is this bit, the correction phase two. I will guarantee at correction phase two, I'll be overwhelmed by people losing their shit. It's peaked. I've told you it's peaked. It's all over. It's never going up again. We didn't get the full banana zone. Oh my God, this is a stunted cycle, diminishing returns. It's terrible. Again, it'll all be wrong. Honestly, I don't see any reason why anything is going to change this cycle. I can be wrong, but I don't think I'm going to be, because I put in the work. I put in a huge amount of work to help you all. So US dollar, beautiful, inverse head and shoulders. Went back, tested it. This thing's going to accelerate to new highs. I'm pretty happy with it. Deep book, the liquidity layer of Sui. We've talked about this a lot. been one of our great trade recommendations. We've nailed this one. Lovely flag pattern. We'll break higher. Off we go. Keep going. Walrus, another SUI project, because SUI is the hot ecosystem. Walrus looking good as well. What else have we got? Julian's got this. I don't have this. Julian's a fucking degen, so he's like, stick lo-fi in. Lo-fi is a meme token on SUI. I don't own it, so I don't know why he's doing it. He's just shilling his own bag. So just tell him that when he's on Twitter. Lo-fi versus SUI. Looks like it broke out. Again, I don't really care, but Julian does, so I'll pretend it's helping him. Doge. I do care about Doge, actually, and a bag of Doge. Doge is beautiful. These wedges, inverse head and shoulders, outperforming. But what is the best thing about Doge is on the weekly charts, is stair step, higher, higher, higher. It's going to do it again. What's going to happen is retail's going to come in, Bitcoin's at all-time highs. They're going to go to coin market cap, look down and go, oh my God, XRP and Doge are so cheap. I need to buy these instead because it's $100,000 to buy one Bitcoin. We know the game. This is not how the world works, but this is how people think when they come into the space. I've done it too. You've all done it. It's okay. Forgive them. We will help educate them as they come. So welcome to the space. We appreciate you, and we will try and help you make money. But even by owning Dogecoin, I'm sure you'll make a shit ton of money. I also think the funniest chart in the entire world is Dogecoin versus Bitcoin. I may be dead wrong, but I just have a feeling the funniest outcome is that we come up, break, and before you know it, Doge has outperformed Bitcoin since inception. And that would make Doge the hardest currency in the world. And that will upset many, many people, but it will make me laugh heartily. Not that I've got anything against Bitcoin, obviously. It's just humorous, right? It's humorous and it's good for the holders of Doge. XRP, another amazing chart pattern. We highlighted this when it broke. Had a huge explosion. It's been doing this nice flag pattern, whether it pulls back and tests or just shoots from here. But XRP is going up. I mean, it's going up. I don't know how high it's going to go, but it is definitely going up.
The recent surge of Bitcoin to almost $112,000 represents a turning point in the development of the digital asset and the beginning of what macro investor Raoul Pal refers to as the banana zone, a crucial stage marked by steady, measured growth, rather than rash volatility. This rally differs from previous cycles in that it is being propelled by a structural shift in global finance, rather than by retail hype. With public companies currently holding about $349 billion worth of Bitcoin, which represents 15% of the total supply and a 31% increase since the beginning of the year. Institutional investors and large corporations are increasingly seeing it as a legitimate long-term asset. At the same time, increasing mainstream adoption is highlighted by the consistent inflow into Bitcoin ETFs. Positive macroeconomic developments, such as a recent downgrade of U.S. sovereign credit by Moody's and a reduction in trade tensions between the United States and China, are making Bitcoin an attractive hedge and enhancing its reputation as digital gold. Bitcoin's appeal as a non-correlated investment in an unpredictable economic environment is further reinforced by its apparent decoupling from traditional risk assets amid rising treasury yields and equity market difficulties. This moment is a redefinition of Bitcoin's place in the global financial system, not just a price milestone. Furthermore, if Pal's prediction comes to pass, this cycle's subsequent leg may bring about revolutionary market movements with far-reaching effects.
Listen, the dollar is the largest, most important macro variable on Earth. Nothing comes close. The dollar is 87% of world trade. It's how the US adds and withdraws liquidity to the global system. It's how all commodities trade. It is the big daddy. And what we had is the dollar had been in a very sideways range for the whole of 23, 24, 25. Then it started weakening. It got the most oversold. It got 3 standard deviations oversold. And it's somewhat bounced since. Now, why do we care about that? Because every time it does this, the 12-month gain after a drop of that magnitude is huge. We had it in 2015. The NASDAQ gained 18%. 35% in 2022, and And back in 2020, 61%. Things like a weak dollar. The global economy loves a weak dollar. China wants a weaker dollar. Everybody wants a weaker dollar. Scott Bessent wants a weaker dollar. Donald Trump wants a weaker dollar. A weaker dollar is the key to making the world go round. And when it happens, things like Bitcoin go apeshit. So the 12-month gain after a large drop in the dollar, 119%, 175%, 592%. These are big deals because the weaker dollar is a change in the denominator of most assets. The S&P 500 also after the DXY tends to be a very positive thing. So the dollar weakening is hugely positive, and I'll come on to a bit of how this is replaying 2017. You've seen some of this before, but none of you actually listen to what I have to say. You watch it once, then you watch 17 other videos by stupid people reiterating stuff that we've done or inventing new stories. I keep trying to tell you the same things over and over and over again. You don't listen. Hopefully, I've got you to drink finer wine. That'll be a start. Eat better food. That'll be a better start. And then eventually you might start listening to say, Raoul knows a bit about what he's talking about. He's not always right. I'm definitely not. But I kind of know a little bit of what I'm talking about. But no, you want to go on X and hear some guy saying it's the end of the world because that narrative makes you scared. And if it makes you scared, then you've got attention. The world trades off attention. And maybe when I come and say there's nothing to be scared about, attention goes away because it de-escalates people. And then you go back on X again and somebody goes, the world's going to end. And you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Raoul, save me. I'm like, there's nothing going on, guys. Nothing has changed. I've been telling you the same shit since the low in 2022. And luckily that's been right. God, that soft cheese is epic. I'm going to tell you again what it was. It was a Vermont Creamery, ash-ripened Bombouche, goat's milk, aged cheese from Websterville, Vermont. Guys, you make great cheese, whoever you are. That's a really good cheese. Okay. So, Trump came in 2017. The world freaked out. Oh my God, we've got this nutcase as a president. He's going to nuke everything. He's going to come with tariffs. He came in and said the dollar's too strong. Genius. Why? Because the dollar makes the world. And what happens is the dollar fell over the first year strongly. What happened this time? We said this before the dollar peaked. We said it's going to repeat the same cycle. And it did exactly as we said. And not only that, it's falling faster than last time around. And you see these wiggles. So this up move we had very similar up moves in the dollar as corrective moves back in 2017. And then it keeps moving lower. That moving lower is what is increasing global M2 because it's in dollars. It's also increasing or lowering financial conditions or increasing on our charts, which means financial conditions are getting easier for people because of the dollar. Foreign nations can roll their debts. Corporations can roll their debts. That means everybody has more dollars to spend. More excess spending equals faster economic recovery, higher asset prices. So the dollar is in this beautiful cycle. The dollar should hit new lows again. And this little correction pattern is actually important because it plays into the M2 chart and the global liquidity chart, which in the end is what is the key driver of assets, which again, most people don't understand. They get caught out in some bullshit on Twitter. I've been trying to show you this stuff forever. Global M2. Global M2 is the real-time pricing approximation of total global liquidity. Total global liquidity is central banks included. This isn't, but we know what they're using the banking sector. Global M2 is rising faster than 2017. 2017, those of you who were in the market then, it was a hell of a year for risk assets. I mean, crypto from the low did a Bitcoin from the low did a 23x that year. Now, Bitcoin won't, but something will. One of the large tokens will do something approximating that. So liquidity gushing, dollar falling. All of those things, positive. Liquidity. Let's look at the greatest chart of all time that every fucker copies. I love the fact that you guys are on Twitter all day calling out everybody uses mine and Julian's chart. I remember putting this bloody chart together myself with Julian, saying we were shuffling them around forever, and we're like, oh my God, this is so good. It's the chart of M2 versus Bitcoin. This has been so tightly correlated, it's embarrassing. I keep saying maybe it was this easy all along. I've known it will be. I also know it will decouple later in the cycle, and it'll decouple to the upside, with Bitcoin outperforming global M2. That's how it works when the crowd come in, the herd get FOMO, they get greed. It actually starts outperforming. Then when the market flips, it eventually starts to underperform as fear kicks in. But at this point, it's really driven by liquidity. It gave us a 3 months heads up to exactly the correction. And yet Twitter said it's about tariffs, it's about the end of the world. It told you. It is telling you and told you it would be at all-time highs. I told you it would be at all-time highs by May. It tells you we should be over 140,000 by July. And you don't want to believe it. And then it will break down once you all do believe it, and it'll start outperforming, I think.
The recent surge of Bitcoin to a new all-time high confirms the bullish trajectory predicted by many analysts, including Raoul Pal. Momentum is evident as the price has increased for 7 weeks in a row, the longest run since October 2023. With a current market valuation of approximately $2.17 trillion and a realized value of a record approximately $911.5 billion, Bitcoin demonstrates strong on-chain fundamentals and strong investor confidence. With estimates ranging from $135,000 to $140,000 by Titan of Crypto, using Fibonacci models to as high as $300,000 to $320,000 per G.E. Van Logen's Elliott Wave megaphone pattern analysis, technical analysts are growing more confident in higher targets. These goals support Pal's contention that hard, scarce assets like Bitcoin are rising as a result of increased global liquidity. However, there are risks associated with the rally. Market heat maps show the current leverage accumulation, which analysts caution could result in liquidations if volatility increases. Investors are reminded by Peter Brandt and Raoul Pal that this kind of volatility is a feature, not a flaw, of cryptocurrency bull runs. Price discovery is exciting, but Brandt stresses that it's more important than ever to practice disciplined risk management. The dominance of Bitcoin has historically tended to peak before capital shifts into altcoins, and this trend may recur. Bullish setups across major altcoins and Ethereum's current strength, near approximately $3,600, indicate that a wider market expansion might be in progress. The cryptocurrency market may be about to enter its most explosive phase, yet as long as Bitcoin remains a liquidity magnet in a macro environment of growing money supply and declining fiat value. It's unclear if the ambitious $300,000 forecast will come to pass, but the current situation has unquestionably set the stage for a potentially historic cycle.